Hi folks, you're with Tacitus today at your Pushback channel, and thank you for joining this radio live stream. In this essay, I'd like to talk about the phenomenon, if you like, of college campus, or conservative speakers rather, on college campuses being shut down or disrupted, or there are endless calls for them to be shut down. And there are allegedly numerous acts of hate and violence directed against marginal communities every time a conservative speaker comes, say, onto a college campus, or even to a town hall or a community hall or something like that. So the determination to shut down sort of all, I mean, conservative is probably the wrong word, all middle ground voices is just it's an eternal. It's just an eternal noise that just keeps on going and won't stop. And it's not I looked at an article recently, just a couple of days ago, where there was allegedly some various acts of hate and violence and oppression and so on that took place in one, I think it was like a university town and on the campus as well, because a conservative speaker was supposed to come there in a week or two, and so they wanted to shut down the event, or the leftist activists wanted to shut down the event. Now it's the usual gathering of angry lesbians and paid up NGO activists and so on. So now the newspapers report whatever these activists say as if it's hard, concrete fact. So, Billie Jean said that Hitler came in and tried to kill her and chased her, and she just managed to get away from Hitler. And then she ran in a group of 1,000 Nazis, and they tried to kill her. And then there was the fascists, and they tried to kill her as well. And then they got the lesbians, and they killed them, and the transgenders, the fascists and Nazis everywhere, including Hitler. Now, the claims are just quite ridiculous in a lot of cases, and they're unverified. So Billie Jean came into the special lesbian room that's reserved for lesbians only on the college campus, and found there were swastikas everywhere, and there was pictures of Hitler, and there was Nazis and fascists and neo-fascists. And now it turns out that no independent verification is possible. There's apparently no footage of anything happening in the hallway. So it's reasonable to believe that she's making this up. But because of all this fascists and Nazis around, that is causing transgender people everywhere in the area to attempt suicide, which is caused by the conservative speaker who's supposed to be coming. The speaker hasn't actually come yet. They're due, or you're going to come in a week or two, whatever it is. So that's the claim. It also claims that there's been numerous acts of violence against lesbians, and women have been raped, and there's been this incredible upsurge in violence and oppression. And this proves that the conservative speaker is spreading hate and Nazism, fascism, and so on, and that the vulnerable groups, the marginalized groups, are all suffering horribly because this person is coming, because they have ideas these marginal groups don't like. But what the argument is, that these ideas, whatever they may be, for example, they may disagree with child mutilation for transgender procedures. So, but by merely disagreeing with that, you're not just disagreeing. You're fucking Hitler, and you're a fucking Nazi and a fucking fascist, and you're spreading hate everywhere. You're causing death. Everyone's dying. Can't you see? Death everywhere. Hey, hold on a minute. Can we have some evidence of this? Can we prove it? And so no, Shanique was so hurt she's about to, off herself. She's so hurt that she can't come and talk to anybody. So no, because by talking to her, getting her to verify what happened, that means you're doubting her, which means you're oppressing her, which means you're a fucking Nazi. Wow. Okay. Oh, gee whiz, that's heavy. So, but let's have a look at the people. So the newspaper or the media reports it as absolute fact. No dispute, no verification needed, no evidence, no facts, nothing. The marginalized, lesbian has spoken. That's it. Fact. That's it. So without any real facts or any evidence or anything to back it up, there's now the politicians are jumping on board. The state governor, Representative Shaniqua has called for the Conservative speaker to be barred because of hate. What hate? Wait! Stop! What hate are we talking about here? Look, the mere fact you're questioning, you're requiring me to prove that there's hate, means that you're Hitler. Oh, fuck, that's tough. So let's look at the names. There's a few names quoted in this article. Now, it doesn't take much work to actually go online and look. So person number one, the woman who's claimed to be claimed that she's seen swastikas everywhere and other things. She's claimed that. So we have a look at her, and she's part of an NGO activist group, and part of that group's mission, their raison d'etre, is to interfere with, didn't disrupt any conservative voices from getting out, from being heard anywhere. That's their job. It's their sort of mission, I suppose you'd call it, to disrupt that. So they're on campus and they're being paid by these NGOs, or the particular NGO, to disrupt conservative voices of any description on campus. And to do that, they have to make shrill and absurd and quite fantastic claims. Hitler was seen 5 minutes ago, all this sort of stuff. So now she also works for a Marxist underground newspaper on the campus, and their job is to find, as they see it, is to dig up every day, to dig up another instance of fascism and Nazism. Hitler was seen only 5 minutes ago. To do that, and they do that. Again, the most fantastic sort of allegations are made. Thousands of women are raped all the time. Oppression, racism, fascism, transphobia, and their job is just to constantly push that barrage of propaganda. And so she's employed as the editor of that underground, student newspaper. It's not apparently officially recognised by the university, but no one seems to do anything about stopping it. And again, they're funded by external NGOs. I mean, why are these NGOs allowed to do that on campus? I don't know. So then you go to the next name that's quite. She's actually got a, the name is Shaniqua, as in the article, but that's only a sort of a front name. Her real name is Shalele. So if you look at that, you have to sort of chase around a bit to find it. But and again, she's an activist, and writes these chilling columns for various local magazines and for NGO propaganda and so on. So she's also a big player in Planned Parenthood demonstrations, and has been a huge activist in the drumming up the outrage for the High Court making the impeccably correct decision to return the matter to the states and to the people that to the representatives that the people have voted for. You'd think that would be a win for democracy, but no, I don't know. Some of these leftists don't see it that way. People have to be told what to do, especially people that don't agree with you. They have to be fucking told, because they're fucking Nazis. And they have to be told. They can't be allowed to vote. So when you look at all the claims that are made, none of them are verified, and all of them are made by strident, paid-up NGO Marxist activists whose full-time job is activism, and who make these wild claims. So now the media, the media that report it, should say that, and Billie Jean, well-known activist, involved in gay, lesbian rights and activism, who is funded externally by an NGO that fronts for the George Soros group, and so if they introduced her that way, who has made many claims, none of which have been verified, this sort of so if she's presented that way, then you might have a broader picture. No one has been able to verify Billie Jean's claims of swastikas everywhere. We invited Billie Jean to give us evidence, and she refused to do so and accused us of being Nazis. So I'll leave it for the readers to judge on whether Billie Jean's telling the truth or not. So you could present the article that way, but no, they don't. They present it as fact and present the argument that the Conservative speaker should be shut down. Look at all the trouble they're causing. Transphobia, people committing suicide left, right, and centre, lesbians getting murdered, and Nazis and fascists are coming there. Hitler was seen 5 minutes ago. Hitler was just around the corner there. Hitler. And why don't they push back against these things? And even if they don't push back, the media, they should just be independent. But instead, they're fully on board with it. And it just shows the insanity of the times we live in. You've been with Tacitus today, your Pushback channel, and thank you for listening.